Hello YouTubers, it's OG Jedi 2021 here bringing you some Batman Arkham Knight gameplay. And today I'm going to talk about the news that hit a few weeks ago about the casting of Tom Holland as the new Spider-Man. Now, quick rundown of the situation. For those of you who may not know, Marvel and Sony came to an agreement where they'll share the Spider-Man character, and so he'll show up in Marvel's movies, and Marvel will get all the profits made from those movies, and Sony will still create and release the solo Spider-Man movies, and Sony will keep the money from those Spider-Man movies, and they'll be able to borrow characters from the Marvel Cinematic Universe and have them cameo in his movies. Now, the Tom Holland casting. Me personally, I have no quarrels with it. Perfectly fine. It's great, good casting choice from what I've seen, and I feel he'll just kill this role. Now, there have been a lot of people I've seen lately. I've seen comments online about the problems that they see with Tom Holland casting, which are both mainly physical problems. Like one, he has a mole on his chin, which I don't really get why that's such a big deal. I mean, he even there was even a video or a picture posted of the mole gone, I think, with makeup. But it's like, I mean, so it's like what a person can have, physical, features that are not perfect. I mean, if they're not part of the character itself, I mean, it's not a big deal. Plus, he's a little kid. Speaking of little kid, they don't like the way he looks. They say he's too young. But, if you don't know the reason behind that casting, is that's who they want it. They want to portray a Spider-Man who is in high school. Tom Holland is 19 years old, and they want to portray him as a high schooler. They want all three of the Spider-Man movies to be in high school, so I'm assuming sophomore, junior, and then senior. And so him looking like some people said he's like 12 or whatever. I mean, he doesn't look that young, but the way he looks is perfect for what they're trying to go for. They're trying to make him a high school kid when, he's probably already graduated. So that works in their favor. And you have to think that there's going to be some longevity with Tom Holland as Spider-Man for some years. I mean, you figure he's having 3 Spider-Man. So far, they're working on a trilogy of movies, Spider-Man movies. So you say those are 2 years apart, so that's 6 years. And then you gotta figure it's gonna be in about 2 or 3 Avengers movies, which take place 3 years apart, which you add all those up, that's almost 10 years. So you figure, yeah, you want someone who's young who can play this character who's supposed to play a young person. People say, oh, they should have brought Andrew Garfield back and all that, but it's like, if you bring him back, then there runs the confusion of, okay, that means he's an established Spider-Man. Where was he, or where were the Avengers during this whole lizard attack in the first Spider-Man movie? Or where was he during the battle for New York when the aliens attacked and all that? And at the same time, it's like he's in his mid-30s now or so, or around there, almost 40, playing like a young teenage Spider-Man. That's just not gonna work with them. He was a good actor, though. I loved him as Spider-Man. I mean, he brought out the one-liner quips, the hilarity that wasn't fully present in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, but I loved them both. But the Amazing Spider-Man movies were just more fun in a way to me, but both franchises both have their ups and downs. They're both great to me. And, yeah, so back to the Tom Holland. Yeah, and he's acting with Chris Hemsworth with the upcoming movie Into the Sea, who Chris Hemsworth plays Thor. So he already has that chemistry aligned with Thor, and then he also tested for, see how his chemistry worked with Robert Downey Jr., who plays Iron Man, and Chris Evans, who plays Captain America, and obviously the chemistry with those two are great. He's had some other movies beforehand, so he's a good actor. He knows how to act. So, you know, obviously Marvel and Sony know what they're doing. He's working great, has great chemistry with these three mainstream superheroes of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So obviously they know what they're getting into with this kid. This kid knows what he's getting into, and he's even demonstrated his gymnastics. And on Instagram, he has posted some videos of him doing backflips and side flips, front flips, and all that. So you know he's got that athleticism that, you know, a Spider-Man will need. So he'll probably do a good portion of his own stunts. And so yeah, I mean, and then people on the people are complaining like, well, where's Miles Morales now? Who says we're not getting Miles Morales? But Miles Morales isn't that. I think Miles Morales in the comics is now like the definitive Spider-Man. Like he's the go-to Spider-Man because they merged the universes together with the Secret Wars event. So now Miles Morales is the main Spider-Man. But yeah, back to Miles. So where is he in the movies? So it's like, you know, who says he won't be in it? Not Miles. Tom Holland, when he gets to that point where, you know, he wants to be done with it, they can either A, kill him, or A, just have him, or B, have him just relinquish the mantle of Spider-Man and give it to the Miles, as at the end of The Dark Knight Rises with Christian Bale, when he gave Joseph Gordon-Levitt the Batcave and all that. And he's like, you know, you're the new Batman, basically. He can do the same thing. You know, he can get bit, and you know, he figure out he has powers. He comes across Spider-Man. He's like, oh, I have powers too. And then he's like, oh, okay, I'll probably teach you or whatever. And then either Peter Parker, Tom Holland's character, either he dies or he just hangs it up. He's like, okay, I want a normal life now, and he gives his costume to Miles, and he suggests, you know, you should probably come up with your own costume, though, just to, you know, separate yourself. Saying, I'm not this Spider-Man, I'm another Spider-Man, kind of something to differentiate yourself from me. And, you know, boom, he's the new Spider-Man. He gets the black and red outfit, and there we go. So yeah, for right now, yes, we have a Peter Parker Spider-Man. So if you guys don't like it, you have to deal with it. I mean, and then, you know, maybe down the line they'll get to a Miles Morales, but not until, well, they said not until they told every story that they've wanted to tell with Peter Parker. So it'll be a while. So like I said, when Tom Holland, you know, and his run is done as Spider-Man, they'll have Miles Morales. I'm sure they'll probably have him appear a couple movies before Tom Holland's run is done, or he could probably just appear as soon as Holland is done. He meets him right then and there, and then he just goes up with him. It's like in racing, when like you have a team race, when you run around the lap and then you hand the baton off to the next person, they run off. They can do that where Miles gets bit and he's like, okay, you're a Spider-Man, here you go, you're the new Spider-Man. Or he can have met him, have a little relationship with him. Then Peter can either die or give him the mantle of Spider-Man, and he does whatever he wants to do now, and then Miles is the new Spider-Man. So it's all just a wait and see, and let's just see how it goes, and just see how Tom Holland is. Just give the guy a chance. I mean, a lot of people, I mean, the quarrels they have with him being Peter Parker isn't even that big. It isn't even that big of a deal. I mean, every actor gets their, oh, this guy shouldn't be it, this guy doesn't seem right for it, and then they blow everyone away, and then they want to turn around and say, oh, why is he not being this person anymore? Because they did the same thing with Hugh Jackman, who's now, you know, renowned as Wolverine. He is Wolverine, just like Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. And Heath Ledger did phenomenal as a Joker, even though everyone thought he wouldn't. So, yeah, just give the dude a chance, see what he's made of, and, you know, see what he can do, see what stuff he pulls off. Yeah, he'll may surprise you. Maybe the best Spider-Man yet, maybe the worst. You never know. I'm sure he'll probably do just as good as Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, if not better. So I wish him the best of luck, and that's all for this video, y'all. Till next time.